Hello and welcome to Comic Book Movie Report. I am Chad Miller. Yesterday I worked a late shift, so I didn't get to catch all the goodies that came from San Diego Comic Con until I got home late last night. So naturally I spent many hours sifting through all the goodies that were presented there, and this is what I've come up with as far as my favorite things thus far. First things first, we are going to talk about Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice trailer. Yes. As many of you know, I am more of a Marvel than a DC fan, but I've got to be unbiased in my opinions based on the fact that this is about all comic book movie films. So I'm going to run down my favorite 5 things from this trailer. And there are quite a few wonderful, amazing tidbits about this, but I'm just going to give you my top 5. Number 5, starting off this trailer with the actor Holly Hunter was a brilliant idea, and I can't tell you how excited I am that she is a part of this film. The 4th thing that I really truly loved about this trailer was Jeremy Irons as Alfred. You can't go wrong putting Jeremy Irons in anything, and I thought that the casting for this might have been a bit extraordinary for him, but what he delivered and the lines that he delivered was just astounding, and I think he's going to put a different spin on Alfred than what we've seen before, but still remaining true to the character that we all know and love. Number 3, we finally get to see the film version of DC's most iconic female superhero, Wonder Woman. This is going to excite many, including my sister Amy and my best friend Erica, and I thought her presence on screen was astounding and exactly what I wanted it to be. So very excited for that, and very excited to see how exactly Wonder Woman is going to play into this film. The number 2 thing, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. The thing that I really loved about what we saw of him was that you get sort of that menacing, sort of crazy that I felt was a little bit akin to Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight, and I hope that's the kind of brilliance that comes forth in his portrayal as Lex Luthor. Lex has always been kind of somewhat campy and a little bit ridiculous in other film incarnations, so I hope that we get a serious look at how menacing this character can truly be to the DC mythos. And the number 1 thing that I really enjoyed about the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice trailer is the fact that it showed both sides of the conflict. You got to see things from Batman's standpoint, you saw things from Superman's standpoint, and how that collides. And I thought that was a really good way to start off the massive promotion for this film. So that way you're going into the theaters not knowing whose side you're really on. And that I thought is going to be a fantastic touch to it. I think it's going to help sell the film and should make for a remarkable movie-going experience. Naturally, I was looking forward to anything XMen Apocalypse related. Now there was a huge panel which most of the cast from XMen Apocalypse showed up, talked about the film, and there was some footage that was released at the Comic-Con. I run a group on Facebook for gay men who love comic books, and I was kind of really hoping that somebody might have, filmed it and, shoved it online. I do not condone such actions, mind you, but knowing how much I love spoilers, I was kind of really hoping that something like that would have shown up. It's okay that it hasn't. I know it's eventually going to come along, but here are some tidbits of information that I have learned about XMen Apocalypse. From the footage that was released, we do get to see Apocalypse for the very first time, and also the appearance of several other characters, including Alexandra Shipp's Storm. And it has also been discussed about Apocalypse's 4 horsemen. We know that Angel plays a big part in this film, so we're automatically going to assume that he's one of the 4 horsemen. Now, according to this footage and some of the reports that I've read, it could also mean that Psylocke, Storm, and even Magneto are siding with Apocalypse. Not confirmed yet, could be a possibility, And it would be an interesting choice on all ends of the spectrum to see if that is truly the case. Also, it has been discussed if Hugh Jackman is going to have any sort of involvement in this film. Now, Hugh has appeared in all 7 X-Men films thus far, and there hasn't been a mention of him having a cameo in this film. However, we all know it will happen. A couple of the other interesting things that I really wanted to follow about San Diego Comic-Con, based on comic book films, because there's television and comics as well, but this is focused on films. So, Deadpool. I've not really ever been a fan of this character. I know several people who are, and I do like the character, don't get me wrong. I've just never fully delved into what Deadpool is about. I enjoy him every time I see him pop up. He is tremendously funny, and when the character was cast, played by Ryan Reynolds in X-Men Origins Wolverine, while I enjoyed his performance in the film throughout the first half, I thought that was dead on. The character was seriously raped in that film, and I use that harsh terminology because that's how I feel. So this opportunity to bring Ryan Reynolds back into this iconic character's shoes is, I thought, a great step. I thought Ryan was perfect casting. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with this character, and the fact that it is going to be everything that Deadpool's fans are expecting and then some is astounding. Reading the reports of what transpired during the panel, I was already geeked out with the amount of crude behavior, lewd language, and everything that encompasses the character of Deadpool. So very, very excited for that, and I will definitely have that as one of my must-see comic book movie films. Also, Suicide Squad, another DC Comics film that was presented at San Diego Comic-Con. I heard that there was some footage leaked or shown as well, and I was hoping for some sort of leakage from that. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm very excited for it. The fact that Jared Leto is playing the Joker, I find to be fascinating. I love the character. A very good friend of mine has been a major fan of that character for as long as I've known him, so I'm geeked. So I'm waiting for the footage to come up with that to see what Leto is bringing to this character that has been done so well by so many other actors. Very exciting. And also seeing what Margot Robbie does with Harley Quinn, because those two are such an iconic couple for the DC villain canon. I am sure there is much more information and goodies to be coming forth in the next few days, especially with leaked footage and other reports and other official releases, hoping to see what transpires in the next week or so. I am excited. This is a very exciting time of year, especially for comic book movie films, so I will keep you posted on any relevant and interesting information. So what do you think about everything that was shown here? I'm sure this is all not new news to you, but I'm sure you would like to discuss. Mark down in the comments below what you think about some of the subjects I covered here today. Don't forget to like our parent page, Film Geek Maniac, on Facebook, where you can find all this fantastic content there, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, keep your eyes peeled for further episodes of House of Pop. It is a web series parodying Big Brother using pop culture toys and voted on by viewers like you.
Steve, we have worked together several times before. It would be honorable for you to join my alliance so we can become unstoppable. Sorry, Chuck, but I've already have Hawkeye as part of my alliance, and besides, you and I can't even be in the same cinematic universe.
Thank you so very much for watching. It's been fun to wake up and report these wonderful tidbits of information that I have been able to report. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and you have a fantastic day.